How to list a home in 2024 is what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into all that, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff that helps grow the channel. And I'm going to give you general advice, but it's kind of hard to give general advice to a specific audience. If there's more detailed conversation you'd like to have, shoot me a message, get in touch, go to my website. There's plenty of ways to get in contact with me where I'd love to help you out personally, specifically with what you have going on. But I do have my timer going to make sure we don't go too long. I'm going to go over two levels of this. One, the base foundation of what we need to know of how to list a home, but then also three advanced elite strategies we're going to use to really win and list and launch and market and sell our homes well in 2024. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to share the screen to give you visuals to follow along with, not just listen to me. So this is my website, wichitahomehero.com. If you ever need to look back on this, researching options, different service levels and strategies that we have, you're going to click on the sell tab that goes with this. And this link is down below that you could, follow in this process. It's definitely way more than just getting a for sale sign thrown on MLS and hope it sells. I'm not saying that's not the strategy some agents use and what might work for you. That's just not necessarily what we do on everything. So way more than a for sale sign MLS posting. So it starts with pricing. So if you need market data, pricing, like usually price is not the issue a lot of times of trying to figure out what my home is worth or should sell for. It's just getting that to actualize, getting that to happen is the hard part. And at the end of the day, what a home is worth is whatever a seller agrees to sell it for and a buyer agrees to pay for it. And that has to be backed up by either cash or an appraisal. That's what something is worth. And so when it comes to pricing, we can look at past data, past behavior, past things that go on with that. But the ultimate, at the end of the day, you just don't entirely know until you put it on the market and you market it and you service it and you sell it and it actually transacts. And that's what a free market looks like. And that's where real estate is unique, unlike a lot of other things that get priced, because a lot of ways you're really selling art when it comes to selling real estate and some of the unique pieces about it. And some things are commoditized about it, but there's a lot of things that are very hard to distinguish value other than what transacts, what happened. So pricing is where it starts with that. I'll send you market data all the way down to your local neighborhood on everything. I could give you general advice on the state of Kansas and the market of Wichita, but really that doesn't serve you as well as what does my neighborhood look like and what does my house look like. And, again, that's hard to give specific advice to a general audience, but it starts with pricing as the first thing, pricing it right, pricing it well so that people consider it. Because if you price it too high, people ignore it, they go away, they don't even look at it anymore, and you're gone. You lost your situation. So pricing it is the first part. And this isn't where necessarily I tell you what to price it at. I suggest what you should price it at. You ultimately set the price, but at the end of the day, we got to be flexible on what we can or can't get out of this house when we put on the market. Also assess days on market when it comes to pricing, what we've historically seen, and then our ongoing service plan that you'll see down here in a second. But step two is getting all of our media and marketing ready. So when I say media, I don't just mean photos, which we do have professional photographers that come out there. We have also professional video, but also print media. Print media in the home is still very valuable. People want to feel and touch something and have something to take with them to remember that house and to experience the house of what it's like. So media and marketing, but it's also not just, hey, I got all these pretty pictures and all this pretty media. If nobody sees it, it doesn't matter. And this is where we really come in as digital marketing agents, not just like agents that got a license and are trying to wing this. We run a full-on marketing agency to go with our real estate sales agency to go with it. And that's the key differentiator here at Team Home Hero compared to a lot of other agents you could hire, is that we are a full-on marketing agency that drives sales, not just eyeballs and clicks, but strategies that actually get homes sold and helps you to buy and sell houses so that you're strategically on this. So media marketing, if I had to label us as one thing, is we are a media marketing agency first and a real estate agency second. And that's why you work with us as far as listing homes, but that's step two. Number three is launch day. And there's a lot of prep. There's a lot of things that go into launch day. You don't want to just wing it, throw it on the market and hope it sells. That's really naive rookie strategy that goes with all this. And a lot of these marketing proposals we come up with listing and selling a home, we have to sit down and discuss with you and your goals and your objectives and what you're trying to do to give you a service and a marketing proposal for that launch day. But that launch day is the most important thing, because when you see it hit the market, you see the eyeballs spike on it. And then a lot of times, like, they don't come back. So you either launch it right and you have one chance to get this right, or it doesn't go well. So that's why it's so important to launch these things well. And why marketing launches like what we do is how we're getting so homes sold faster and quicker and for more than what you're seeing on average and what historically has been done in that market. But then once we do have it under contract, this is where we're very proactive about getting everything done up front as fast as possible. Make sure that we can be upfront, like planned out with the process. Like it's a lot of work to get to launch day. It's not necessarily like, hey, let's put on the market and then figure everything else out after the fact. It's a very strategic planned process for planning with you on everything and being, with you ahead of time so that this isn't just a scary willy-nilly wing it process. And then when it comes down to offer negotiation, this is where we're very warm and agreeable and open to discussing, but we're also stern. We're not just going to give away your money. I have a construction background. This is what really helps me know what's BS or not when it comes to offers or people are considering. Like I really know houses is what I started with. And then I came to learn people and marketing and sales and everything that came with it. But offer negotiation is a big piece where we come to shine when it comes to that, but then also protection of that offer, keeping it together. What I affectionately call mid-deal terrorists that come in and try to take a $2,000 repair and turn it into a $5,000 or $10,000 repair, or make it this big emotional situation when it's very manageable. You want to buy the house, we want to sell it. Let's work out an agreeable place that comes with this. So actually getting a deal from contract to closing in a skill, in a value of itself. And I know some people might be tempted to hire like a discount realtor or a wholesaler or some of these other options that are out there when they haven't seen the service model that's offered here with Team Home Hero and our professional service of not just getting it sold, but also keeping it together to get it to the closing line and to not let the deal fall apart from maybe an agent or people who don't understand construction, don't understand negotiation, because negotiating is not bullying and it's not compromising. It's figuring out a way that works for both sides without necessarily having to just give away the farm with this whole thing. I've been professionally trained, professionally developed and all this, and that skill in and of itself is a highly valuable skill, let alone the marketing, the sales, the real estate side of things. This is the process that is followed for how to list and get a home sold in 2024. So that's the base foundational piece. Don't want to skip over that, especially if we haven't done this in the last 3 to 5 years. And then if you want to talk to me, I can give you specific advice. Click the link, we'll go from there. But then this marketing launch gives you an idea of what we need to do. So a lot of times we'll do pre-listing appointments. I'll walk through the house. I'll check out what you do need to fix, what you don't need to worry about, get eyes and ears on the property. And then from there, you can kind of tell me like, hey, we want to use you. Hey, we want to wait, whatever you want to go there with that. But we got to get the home sale ready, come back and do a listing check for when the media comes back so that we do this strategically where we launch them on Wednesdays for the marketing campaign, Fridays when the showings happen, Sunday mega open house. By Monday, we usually either have an offer, multiple offers, or an update and feedback to advise you on where we should go and what we should do from there with all of the marketing and eyeballs and everything else we're seeing from that. And so the key to this is that not only do we have the marketing budget and the strong financials to pull this off, we have the newest age technology and understanding of how to do these things that, no offense to other agents, most agents don't know how to do these things from a marketing standpoint. They usually hire it out, they outsource it, they have someone else run their marketing because they just take the listing, put it on the market, outsource the marketing, hope it sells type of situation. That's not the case with us. We're a full-on marketing agency. We run our own ads, we run our own budgets, and we take in the leads ourselves. And we honestly, in a lot of ways, are trying to find the buyer ourselves. That only happens like 10% of the time, but it is a strategy that we're using. And a lot of times our marketing gets to another agent's buyer who then takes it to the agent who brings it, does a showing and brings us an offer, which is fine. We're here to work with other agents. We're not trying to poo-poo on other agents, but we're trying to market and we're trying to cater to as many people as possible so that we can get your home sold as a listing agent, which is what you hired us to do, is to market and to sell your home. And so not only do we have the financial budget and the marketing plan for that, we also have the modern day technology and knowledge of how to work and navigate these online systems, because anymore people buy these things online. And so we launch it on a Wednesday, but then we don't start showings till Friday to give you time as the seller to buffer everything. But then also it kind of gets a little bit of like steam in the funnel, if you will, where showings go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That displaces you only for a weekend from your house. Sunday, we try to consolidate all the showings from 2 to 4 on Sunday for the open house. And then by Monday, like I said, we either have an offer, multiple offers, or an update and feedback to understand what's going on, what the market's saying. And you can see it from the advertising eyeballs, the number of showings, the feedback, and everything goes with that. So That's the marketing plan that you see. When they're launched well, they sell well. When they're launched poorly, they don't sell, or it's a really terrible experience. You don't get as much as you want out of it. So it's a lot of prep work. It's a lot of plan work goes with that. But in the event it doesn't sell, here's our ongoing service plan to give you an idea of it all. All showing requests come through a text system and Broker Bay. You'll know when people are coming over, who's coming over. Tuesdays, we do marketing and feedback reviews. Wednesdays, we do price adjustments and relaunch marketing campaigns. Basically, wash, rinse, and repeat until we're done. Because 3 things sell a house: condition, advertising, and price. So if the house is in good condition and we're getting advertising and showings and consideration, the only last thing is price. And then it's just a matter of how long do you want to sit on it? How long can you afford to sit on it? What's your situation? How bad do you really need to sell or not on it all? Because some of these just don't sell and they go off the market and you just keep the house, and then we're just out of our marketing money, time, energy, everything goes. We actually lose money if houses don't sell. So that's where we don't really want to take on listings that aren't super serious, to be honest with you, because we legitimately lose money from the photos we pay for, the marketing campaigns, the staff we hire, all the people that go into this, that we're really looking for people who are going to sell, not just kind of want to sell and throw it on the market. And there's a market for that. It's just not for us. Just putting that out there. And then service levels and pricing, full transparency. Typically what we charge is 6%, but we do have different variable levels. I know there's agents that charge 4 and 5%, but they don't nearly offer nearly what we do. And I get it, there's a market for that. It's just not necessarily what we do. We do have upgraded packages as far as a VIP level and a VIP plus. It just depends on your listing, your system. There are other agents who charge 7, 8%, and then you have different auction companies that charge 10%. So we're kind of that middle of the road value that's positioned strategically to be the best choice for you, that you kind of get what you pay for. You don't want the cheapest guy, you don't want the expensive guy, you want the middle of the road guy that's the most valuable. And that's kind of where we position ourselves as far as the service levels and what we offer to people, just so we're all on the same page, completely full transparency, upgraded there or on the same page there. But usually what we're offering when we upgrade is more advertising partnerships. Just depends on how much advertising you need to really get your home actually listed and sold. And then from contract to close, this gives you an idea of all of the typical processes from contract to close on the seller side. Probably don't need to get a whole lot into this, but at least you have that in there for you to have just as a recollection. So this is the base foundation that we work off of. If you want to talk with us more specifically on your situation, here's the schedule, book out a call, all these fun stuff. Just depends on how much you want to nerd out and geek out on all this stuff. I love talking about it, talk about it consistently. And that's the base foundation. Let's get into the advanced elite stuff with this cool little presentation I got. So the top 3 strategies we're using for listing your home in 2024 is what we're going to go over. And the first one is prepared plans, strategy set in place ahead of time so we can be fully present to launch and position your home well. Number 2 is advanced marketing and sales skills, professional photos, enhanced emotional listing descriptions, modern digital marketing methods, print media in the home, warm but stern negotiating and problem solving. And number 3, speed and relationships, lightning fast responsiveness to the market, clients, agents, and vendors, combined with reputation and reliability. The worst thing we want to hear from you and clients and agents and anyone is, I can't get a hold of my agent. I don't know what they're doing. We communicate like crazy. So that's one of our biggest assets that we have and how we're going to win in 2024. Why listen to me? I don't mean to be egotistical about this or cocky about this, but as local born and raised Wichita, construction background, 8 years licensed, over 350 homes sold, 145 star reviews. Just want to throw some legitimacy and credibility out of there. And the best way you can get the most out of this is obviously you're listening to it, you're reading it, audio visual, you're seeing it, I'm demonstrating it for you. I'd like to have a discussion with you, but that's kind of where the conversation comes in piece, because I can't give specific advice to a general audience, but at least you can get an idea of everything we're offering. And then obviously we just got to go through it, and then I'm teaching this. So that's how to get the most out of all this. Prepared plans. So when it comes to listing your house, this is where I'm willing to come do a walkthrough with you for repair, remodel projects, like those type of considerations. Also having a marketing and sales plan discussed and approved with an asking price and a launch date, so that we're actually being strategic and thoughtful about all this, not just kind of winging it, throwing on the market, hoping it sells. And especially if you're doing a contingent offer situation, we need to have a marketing price and plan set up in place for that other seller to accept our contingent offer situation. And I'm going really fast to cover everything right now, but I can go slower with everything. Just depends on your speed of retention and conversation. Everything goes. I usually match you, but when I'm trying to fit in a lot in a little amount of time, that's what I'm doing. Ongoing service expectation for days on market, communication methods, availability. We kind of covered that a little bit before. But then this is a big one too, is having you set up on property alerts ahead of time to study the market of homes being sold and what's available to purchase. Because as you start to watch the market, we send you a property alerts, we send you data. We hope you become a student of the market so you understand how this works and not be such a mystery to everything. And you kind of see where we still have value as an agent to come in from a service level, because in a lot of ways you either can't or don't want to do all these things. It's not such a mystery anymore where we just hold back the information. It's like, here's all the service we provide you as a marketing agent, as a real estate agent, as a sales agent, negotiating agent, like, and sometimes as a life coach, even though it's like a little bit beyond our field of expertise, that is a lot of what we get into with all this. But that's the prepared plans we're going to have available. The second piece, advanced marketing and sales skills, professional photos, video if needed. The first impression of pictures is usually the biggest thing people look at. The next thing they look at is the listing description. And that's where the listing description needs to be written from a professional copywriting, emotional evoking type of a situation that actually gets people to move, that moves them internally, that actually gets them to take action, actually want to go see the house, take action, do things. When you list things as boring as it's a 4-bed, 3-bed, 2-car garage, like that's not enticing. Like they can read the stats themselves. You don't need that in the listing description. We need a story. We need an emotion. We need those things that actually get people to take action, which is emotional copywriting, which is what will go into your listing description when you hire us and you work with us from our advanced marketing and sales skills. Because what people see and what they read is what influences them the most. So the pictures is first, the next thing is the listing description, and knowing the psychology of that and the spacing and how to process that to actually get people to move and act and do things is more important than ever, because if they see it online and they read it online, they don't like it, they're done, they ignore you. They see it online and they read it online, they like it, they take action, they reach out, they do things. That's how important this copywriting and modern digital marketing methods are. But the same thing goes with print media still being valuable. Like some of the classic old things still work. It's not like because we have all these new modern digital marketing methods, you throw the baby out the bathwater. You still want to have a professional presentation of the home, nice professional print media as far as flyers, sign-in sheets, representation, little cards around the home, all those little things that make a big difference when it comes to the experience someone's having walking through your home that goes with all of that. And having a professional representation of an agent, not just some agent who got a license and threw it on MLS and hope it sells, which I hate to say that's a lot of agents' plans. It's just not a very good marketing plan. Warm but stern negotiating is a big piece of this, because you want to be known in the market as being approachable and agreeable and working a deal out, but also you don't want to give the farm away and you don't want to give too much information away. So finding that nice sweet middle spot where it still gets the deal done, but doesn't give away the farm or give away everything, give away price, like easily just fold on everything. That's a big piece of our negotiating skills we've been trained on and developed over the years. And then also like this one, I can't stress enough, critical thinking and problem solving, like just figuring things out in the middle of the moment, as you're seeing more and more of that ability to just critically think and problem solve and figure things out in the moment and just be faced with unique situations and just find a way to make them happen. That's a skill that's very valuable. And you think about the value of that transaction going through or not, that's something that, is going away and that we've had developed in our sales, in our skills and our abilities as an agent to just figure things out for people. So as things come up, as new things happen, that's what goes on. And then speed and relationships. Time is of the essence. Time kills all deal. The longer you wait, the longer it sits on the market, the worse it gets. The more you fuss around, negotiate around, the more it can kill a deal. And then also the reputation we have in the local market, the reliability, and then the tactical empathy of understanding their side, understanding my seller's side, and figure out a way to make things work and make them happen. That's where that creativity, critical thinking, problem solving comes in. That's definitely not as easy as just throw it on the market and hope it sells. But speed and relationships, that's the third angle we're going to pull. But now the biggest piece about this, the coaching me is going to kick in. Don't just watch this, be entertained, take action. What are you going to use from this? What are you going to apply from this? How? By when? How can I support you in doing that? I want to be here for you, but I also want to hold you accountable to this action plan, because it's not enough for me to just do everything on my own. I need you to participate as well for this partnership to go well. because this really is a business relationship we're starting and a partnership we're starting. In order for this to go well, I'm going to do these things, but I need you to do these things too. So what are you going to apply from this? How are you going to do that? By when? How can I support you in doing that? And can I hold you accountable to that action plan? So we can ultimately get you successful in real estate and do what you want to do with real estate. That's it. I appreciate you watching. If you got all the way to the end of this, that's amazing. Thank you for watching all of this. Here's my website, all my socials if you want to go creep on me. My YouTube channel, you're probably already on. Also, if you're an agent, modern agent options, text me if you want to. Here's my email, all that fun stuff. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope you watched it too. If you want to watch any of my other videos on Wichita real estate, anything goes with that, scroll around, check it all out, send me a message. Hopefully talk to you soon, and I look forward to maybe meeting you one day. See ya.